Hello, 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 and welcome back to another glorious siege battle in Total War Warhammer 2. Today, we have the forces of the Lizard Men and the Last Defenders, which is just a sub-faction of the Lizard Men, by the way. Taking on this massive, absolutely massive, Skaven army and one of their sub-factions. I don't remember what they're called. I'm sorry, I just don't. So, we've got over 10,000 troops fielded right now. So if this gets a little bit sketchy, just remember there are a lot of troops on the field. I do apologize. But anyway, so let's real quick just go through my army. Back here in the back behind our capture point, I've got 2 units of Temple Guards with some Skink cohorts, just as kind of a throw wherever you need them, last defense kind of deal. I've got over here some Skink cohorts backed up by some Croxagors and some Skink cohorts with Javelins. I'm sorry, these back here are Skink cohorts with Javelins. I was losing my mind there for a second. So on this side, we've pretty much got the same setup. We've got some Sora Spears. And in here, mixed in with this is 2 units combined. I've got Skink cohort here just to push this gate. But here we've got some Sora Spears backed up by some Skink cohorts and some Croxagors. And we have, for my General, we have the great Mazdamundi. Unfortunately, not on his toilet. This time, sitting upon the throne of the Stegadon, I think is what this is. So, looking pretty cool. And he's got his bodyguards with him, obviously, because he is royalty. He's a lot of royalty all in one spot. And we've got some Sora Spears up on the wall. I put a couple of those. I've got some more Skink cohorts, Skink skirmishers, Skink cohorts. My ally really took most of the wall on this side, so I didn't really bother too much with it. I do have some Skink cohorts here for my hero. I've got Saris Scar Veteran on a can't remember what that's called. Not gonna pretend I can. And then I moved up some Chameleon Skinks and some Skink Skirmishers. And then my ally's bringing a very similar army, with the exception of he brought a Feral Bastodon, and there's another Feral Bastodon. So he brought quite a few, and then here's a Feral Bastodon with a it's a Bastodon Reverification Crystal. I will not say that again, so don't ask me to. Then we have a Skink Chief. What does he look like? Oh, wow. Look at him. He is colorful. Okay, so that's basically the Defender's army. We're holed up in our last temple settlement here, just trying to hold out against these hordes of smelly rats. So the rats are bringing, obviously, because this is the best part of the Skaven military, they're bringing a lot of artillery, and I mean a lot. We've got lines of artillery on this side. We've got lines of artillery on this side, and it's all just meant to poke holes in the walls and kind of deal with our archer towers a little bit. Lines of artillery on this side and catapults, and it's a lot. And we'll go over it real quickly. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. We've got some death runners and some swords and spears, clan rats. Back here, he's got some storm vermin with halberds, and it's just a mixed force of what you would expect to see from the Skaven. A lot of numbers. We've got over almost, I think we've got 11,000 troops on the battlefield here. Yeah, we've got just over 11,000 troops on the battlefield. So if this gets a little choppy, once again, I apologize. But we'll go ahead and we will kick it into gear, and immediately archer towers going in. I don't think that we soften up or destroy any of the actual towers. I don't think that we're able to. But they do open breaches, which is quite unfortunate. So, see, they instantly almost 40% damaged. And they've just got so much artillery that it takes them no time at all. And they're actually, I believe that they're trying here soon. They attempt to go for my temple guard back here. They fall just a little bit short. So I'm moving back over onto this side. We can see that my ally has perched up at the door with his skink cohorts. And I've got some skink cohorts not far behind, along with my hero, who is going to guard this door with a feral Bastillodon. So this is not going to be easy to take. And we have a breach, and we lost. Look at these poor souls. We lost some good men here. And this breach is actually a huge problem because I didn't realize until it was too late, because I was dealing with the breach on this side. So I was setting up. We've got some. I believe those are Death Runners. Yeah, Death Runners and Storm Vermin pushing this. So I move up a unit of skink cohorts supported by some Croxagors, and I'm moving up some skirmishers to try to hit what's high in this arch here and just let them push down. And I think that's the best way to do it, because they will have slight high ground here, so you'll get a lot less friendly fire if you just let them up here. Don't push like this. So see, here they come, and they're going to instantly start taking some fire. See, there's the fire. They're going to start taking fire up above because they've got a high ground there. And the fight for the walls has begun. So we've got some, and yeah, it's going to get a little bit framey here, guys. I'm sorry. We have some clan rats with spears and some clan rats with shields pushing up on our Sardis warriors on the top, just holding the wall. And that artillery is still relentlessly coming down, targeting these Saurus warriors with shields. At this point, I decided to move my temple guard up just in case one of these breaches isn't doing so well. I can move in some temple guard, which is a very elite unit. So they should have no problems. And here comes the ram to focus down the gate here. And he does have some Death Glow Bombardiers moved up toward the wall. Probably going to start lobbing up at these troops. Oh my god, the artillery coming in though. Holy cow, they're just going in. So here comes the Y2 Rams, guys. This is one door. Why do you need two though? Anyway. So we've got climbing, we've got breaches, we've got towers, and the fight for the wall gets quite intense up here. There's a lot going on, and he is, of course, pushing up reinforcements, ready to go in. Oh, looks like we hit some friendly fire there. I wonder if you can you destroy these once they're already on the wall? Things that make you go, So the fight for the wall is quite intense at this point. It's a little choppy.
They flee! We run!
Oh, look at this. We got a spell coming down. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is an ugly, ugly thing. So the fight for the wall still continues. I'm trying to hold this position right here. What I wanted, my ally has some skirmishing forces down here, and I really wanted to try to keep forces with those skirmishers and hold this position as long as possible. But as you can see, his skirmishers are engaged, and I'm microing elsewhere. So my spears. There you go. Go help, boys. It's okay. And the front gate is down, and we just have a staring contest here. The rats are like, oh wait, that's a giant lizard. We just have a little bit of a staring contest, and I eventually get tired of the staring contest and just send mine in. It's just time to go. We're not here for hugs and kisses. We're here to murder rats. And other than that, things appear to be going rather well for the time. Balance of power still largely favors the attackers, but it always does. So this gate has fallen, and they start pushing in, and they push right past us. I didn't even notice that this gate had gone down and my ally had pulled out. So he had a unit here at one point, and I didn't notice that they were gone. So I had to attack with my lord and just try to prevent a flank here. So I believe, yeah, see, and they're starting to land some hits, so I popped the heal on these guys here pretty quick. This flank is going rather well. This hole actually, this Bastillodon ends up having to retreat, and this hole, because of these Croxagors and the Skink cohort, this actually holds until I just decide to pull them out in the end game. So this was a fabulous position to be in. And I almost wish that we had some cav to run out and kind of just harass these lines here, because I mean we were just getting destroyed by that artillery, which is the best part of the best part of their army. So, and the fight for the wall is still underway. We are getting overrun though. We're getting overrun by a fairly large amount. There's just so many. There's just so many, and my ally is working on the walls and losing badly, as you can clearly see. And I was more focused on the breaches in the walls, which, to my credit, did hold until they just started coming off of the walls. They're winning fights and they start walking down. So, admittedly, now would have been a good time to just retreat to the center and try to defend, but I really wanted to try to hold the walls, which was just a rookie mistake. I mean, you hold the walls for as long as you can, but you are going to have to pull off the walls. And I just didn't. So, it's just kind of a rookie mistake on my part. Lesson learned. We'll do better next time. So, unfortunately, I don't think I have a skirmishing force over here working on this. I do not. And my skirmishers are currently engaged on the wall. And I'm not sure why this skink cohort is not. But they're just not much help. They're enjoying the view. But my Croxagores, skink cohort, and Sword Spearmen are doing a good job holding here. I do have skirmishers that are watching their friends die. Microing is a huge issue right now. So I still have some skink cohort full ammo and a very depleted unit of Temple Guard because of this artillery, man. I just wasn't watching, and there's just so much going on, and they have so much artillery. Look at this. What are you supposed to do? You die. That's what you do. So this, again, this area of the wall, this little breach here that I have claimed as my own, is going rather well. They are not getting through here, and they will not, period. Is that Archer Tower shooting this artillery? Is that what I'm seeing here? He is. That's a hell of a shot. So most of the troops at this point are in the city or are trying to enter through these choke points. It looks like he's still sending some up through the towers too, which is interesting because the wall is pretty much, I mean, there's still some fighting, but the wall belongs to them at this point. That artillery is just disgusting. Oh! Did you see that? Homeboy just got shot off of that wall. Oh my god. So let's do some slow-mo here real quick and just talk about the fight on the wall. Look at this fight going on. So we have, this is all you're seeing of the lizards are dead bodies right now. My ally completely lost the wall, which is fine, but you shouldn't defend it to the last man. You should put up a good defense, kill as many as you can, and then retreat, and that just never happened. So we lost half an army fighting for the wall that we didn't need to fight for. Now this side went much better. They didn't attack this side hardly at all except for this breach. So we still have fresh troops here, but not many. And I think I decided to start pulling my troops off of the wall here pretty soon and try to come back and set up some sort of defensive perimeter, but it's just too little too late. At this point, it doesn't really matter. We've got some Skaven slaves attempting to retreat and just running head first into those temple guards, which cannot be good. You run one way, you run into skirmishers, you run the other way, and you run into temple guards. Oh god, that's a nightmare. So it looks like they are making a little bit of, they're not making any headway. JK LOL. This is the last unit sent over here. The others have been retreated or routed. So, retreated, oh my god. And the troops up on the walls are routing. So we've actually held this right side fairly well. This middle though, that middle though, girl. Shawty, what that middle do? Not good. This is not good. So I've got my hero in here just doing what he can. Just trying to soften up some of these troops because they are coming through. There's no stopping them. We've lost the gate on this side with an exception of a fairly healthy Sarah Spears unit, which I believe I start... Yeah, I try to pull away. Because we've got to come back here and set something up. We're in a last... We've got 2 choke points to hold, and we just decided to try to hold them way too late. Just got overrun. But as you can see, things are still going well over here. We do finally have a unit routed, but my Kroxigors are very healthy. And my Skink cohort, which ran out of ammo, I just ran them in instead of pulling another unit. And they are also very healthy. So that position holds forever. And then these guys are now routing, I believe. Yep, routing. And then my spearmen are still there, but they are quite depleted. So this gate will fall to the hordes of rats, unfortunately. And the wall, as you can see, is just completely decimated. Now they're working on pushing in through. They're not climbing the walls anymore. They're working on pushing through these gaps that they created. And our Bastiladon is he's calling it quits. He's had enough. You can only take so many little stings from tiny little mice men before you start to lose your mind. Actually, it looks like he's still using the archer towers here. Okay. Looks like he's still using the archer towers. He's still climbing rats up on the walls. With no fight to be had. Oh my good lord. Now, those are spells. I believe I'm trying to soften up this set. Just really for the heck of it. Because at this point, there's no winning. Even though I've held this flank and these holes in the walls, we're not winning this. You know, there's just no... We're going to lose... just strictly out of army losses, where they have triple our number on the battlefield right now, and it's just it's not winnable. So see, still holding very well, very healthy Kroxigor unit, holding the breach in the wall. But at this point, the rats have pushed through, and my final unit has broken, and we have a little assassin running around. So I decided to start pulling troops out of here very soon. They're gonna have to leave. They can't hold this position anymore. Start to pull back and just try to set up any last-ditch effort we can here. But army losses are going to get us at this point. See, we're amassing troops kind of over here and trying to set up a line back here. But at this point, the army losses are just going to be way too much. And here comes that little assassin. Let's get a good look. He's licking his chops. He sees a bunch of half-dead lizard men. God, he looks... He's a little ninja, isn't he? Is that a knife on the end of his tail? What a badass. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, dude, I see you. Yeah, and here they start pushing around. And it looks like they were going to try to flank. So I just started peeling off units. Which there's only 2 here. So I decided to just abandon this hole in the wall. Very soon. I keep saying that. I know I did this. So I guess we'll just keep an eye out on that. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Army losses are going to be too much. I was going to charge Mastamundi in on this left-hand side, which it looks like the biggest threat is on. We have more troops over here. No healthy troops, and they are getting focused down from the poison wind globadiers, which is just going to do nothing good for us at all. I believe I've lost my hero. I think that he's been... Oh, he's right here. He's still fighting the good fight, but he's not long for this world. He is not long for this world. You can do this! You can do this! No, where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, yeah, he's giving it up. And I believe it's going to get called soon. On this left-hand side, we've got our last pockets of resistance, just trying to fight off these disgusting vermin. And unfortunately, I'm used to playing... This is actually, I think, the first time that I've played Mazdamundi on his actual mount. Normally, he's just in his chair, which apparently just locks onto that like a lawnmower blade. So, because that's his chair, and it's just kind of sitting there. So that's cool. But this is the first time I didn't use him effectively because he is quite tanky on this thing. So I didn't use him effectively. I should have brought him over here much sooner and tried to make a difference. But it's just, yeah. Too little, too late. And the balance of power, yeah, not looking great. We've got less than 500. They still have almost 3,000, which would be possible if we had pulled off the walls a little bit sooner. But we spent far too much time defending the wall. It was just way too much time. Yeah, and here's where I finally decided to send old Magnanimity in. Old Kermit the Frog in. This is Kermit the Frog 20 years later, when all those little Debbies have set in. So, and unfortunately, the Lizardmen do lose their temple, do lose one of their strongholds in this world. So, we're gonna live and learn from that. Don't defend the walls until the last man. You have to inflict heavy casualties on the walls, but you cannot fight at the walls the entire time. You'll get overrun. They're going to open breaches. It's just you have to pull back to a more secure position. And I think that's what I'm taking away from this battle. So we're still learning, and we're going to get better. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.